It takes a crane to build a crane. It takes 2 floors to make a story. It takes an egg to make a hen. It takes a hen to make an egg. There is no end to what I'm saying. It takes a thought to make a word. And it takes some words to make an action. And it takes some work to make it work. It takes some good to make it hurt. It takes some bad for satisfaction. La 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 la, life is wonderful. Ah la 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 la, life goes full circle. Ah la 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 la, life is wonderful. Ah la 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 la. It takes a night to make it dawn. And it takes a day to make you yawn, brother. And it takes some old to make you young. It takes some cold to know the sun. It takes the one to have the other. And it takes no time to fall in love. But it takes you years to know what love is. And it takes some tears to make it rust. It takes those fears to make you trust. It takes the dust to have it polished. Oh yeah. Ah la 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 la, life is wonderful. Ah la 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 la, life goes full circle. Ah la 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 la, life is wonderful. Ah la la la. It is so. It takes some silence to make sound. And it takes a loss before you found it. And it takes a road to go nowhere. It takes a toll to make you care. It takes a hole to make a mountain. Ah la 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 la, life is wonderful. Ah la 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 la, life goes full circle. Ah la 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 la, life is wonderful. Ah la 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 la, life is meaningful. Ah la 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 la, life is wonderful. Ah la 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 la. It is so wonderful. It's so meaningful. So wonderful. It's so meaningful. Life is so wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you. Well, I am Chris Caswell, for those of you who walked in off the street and don't know who I am. That would be the employees. Chris Caswell, Capricorn, world traveler, loves to read, bicycle, blonde. So, as many of you know, I am also a transplant. I am from Austin, Texas originally. Don't hold that against me. Austin is actually a lovely little Atlantis in a big ocean of blue, and I mean a lot of blue. Texas is a big blue state. So, but one of my favorite memories from growing up in Austin is when my parents would get the 6 of us all dolled up in our polyester best and pile us up into the Chevrolet station wagon, which was also blue, no fake wood paneling, just blue, and we would drive down to the Country Dinner Playhouse and see a show. Country Dinner Playhouse. And we would see things like Brigadoon and My Fair Lady, or anything starring, traveling show with Bob Crane, Bob Denver, something with Jim Neighbors, old stars, old shows, things my parents knew. Now, I loved musicals, but I thought the American musical theater was dead. I thought it was a relic, a thing of the past. But one day, my speech teacher, 11th grade, walked into class with this white double album. It was black with a silver crown on it. And I said, "What's that?" He said, "It's a new musical called Evita." Yeah, you're doing the math. How old is he? Evita? Well, that day he loaned it to me. He never got that album back. I played it every day for months. My mother could sing along with every song. You know, "It seems crazy, but you must believe," you know. My love for musicals, for Broadway, for New York exploded that summer, and it is still with me today. And my favorite Broadway crush, well, this next song is from it, and it reminds me of that shy teenager I was who was living in Austin but dying to go to New York, waiting for life to begin, but always looking at my life from the outside in. I learned to slam on the brake before I even turn the key, before I make the mistake, before I lead with the worst of me. Give them no reason to stare, no slipping up if you slip away. So I got nothing to share, no, I got nothing to say. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned, On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass, waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? We start with stars in our eyes. We start believing that we belong, but every sun doesn't rise, and no one tells you where you went wrong. Step out of that sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned, On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass, waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving? Now, if you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? It's like I never made a sound. Will I ever make a sound? On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass, waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? Is anybody waving, 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 waving? Oh. Thank you. That was Waving Through a Window from Dear Evan Hansen, and if you haven't seen it, it's one of the most beautiful musicals I've seen in years. Get yourself, yes, right? Get yourself a ticket as soon as you can after the show. And just get one for me, too, because I want to see it again. Now, that was written by Pasek and Paul, who won a Tony for that. Can someone tell me what they won their Oscar for? Yes, La La Land. Asking a question like this in a room like this is like shooting fish in a barrel. I realize. But I learned much later, but there's actually a lot of people who've done covers of this song on YouTube. And they're all teenagers, and I'm the oldest person I know who's ever sung this song. But it just goes to show you how timeless it is and how we all remember what it's like to be a teenager, you know? So, welcome to the Laurie Beechman. Isn't this a lovely room? Beautiful. Got the Christmas lights. You know, I booked this room for the lights and the sound, but for the food for you. Yeah, hope you enjoy it. Save me a bite of that later. Now, the last time I sang in this room was with Uptown Express a few summers ago. Perhaps you were there? Some of you were there, yes? Uptown Express, the boy band, the guy group. Now, I'll tell you, I was the longest running member of Uptown Express, 19 years more than anybody else. The Marion Seldes of Uptown Express. Yeah, so you all get that. That's so great. I love that. Marion Seldes, yeah. But there are men in this room who were members before I was, when I joined, and when the group ended. Where are my Uptown guys? Come on, raise your hands. There you go, Ted. Yes, you're all here. The good ones. Yes. Yeah. So, all angel voices, welcome. Speaking of stellar musicians, I want to introduce to you the men on stage with me tonight. Dan Gross on drums. Sean Conley on bass. James Followell on piano. So did everybody have a nice Thanksgiving? Yeah? I mean, I know you all had one because the people who aren't here are the ones who thought Thanksgiving was tomorrow, and that's why they didn't come. Contrary to all of my publicity on the matter. Did anyone go anywhere special? Gary, I think you came back from London, right? I don't think they have Thanksgiving in London. You probably just got your muskets out and ordered a ruby. But, I got my passport renewed, and I traveled from the bedroom to the kitchen to the dining room and back to the bedroom. That was my trip. So, the best. When I think of Thanksgiving, I think of that cranberry sauce you push through the can that still has the shape of the can on it, and you slice it. I definitely think of that when I think of Thanksgiving. But I also, when I think of Thanksgiving, I think of family and loved ones. And I think there's nothing better after eating that huge dose of tryptophan and stuffing your face with pie and then snuggling up under the covers of the loved one watching an old movie. My favorite old movies are Auntie Mame, All About Eve, and The Women. Yeah? What are some of your favorites? Same ones. All right. Those are the only 3 movies ever made. Anything else? Pulp Fiction. That's awesome. Sound of Music? Did I hear? Yeah. Oh, I haven't seen that one. Toyland? Okay. I'll watch that. Hello, Dolly? All right. Hello, Dolly. Well, I'm glad nobody said Gone with the Wind because I haven't seen it yet. I know. Stone me. I'm sorry. I know it's terrible. Just don't tell me how it ends, all right? But in the end of the day, it's not the movie that matters, it's the company you're keeping. The night has come. Cuddle up to me, keep warm, close to me. In dreams we'll dream, making love and wake to find we're still one. Your love for me is so warm and good to me, growing every day, honey, honey, I'm in love. Oh. I know a man who is so in love. It's so warm and good to me, growing every day, honey, honey, I'm in love. Oh, I know a man who is so in love. If we get to choose our heaven, I know what I want to see. Sunny days and endless beaches. It's everything I dreamed. Ferris wheels that light the evening, sailing ships and morning dew, rolling hills and snow-capped mountains, where everything, yes, everything is new. With fireworks all around me, sparkling gems that light up the sky, singing with angel voices, I'll rise. Everything is joy and laughter. No one is alone or blue. People and their pets are flying, kinda like a perfect zoo. Grass is green and trees are blooming, and everybody knows your name. Everything you wish comes easy, and there's dancing in the rain, with fireworks all around me, sparkling gems that light up the sky, singing with angel voices, I'll rise. proves our heaven. I know what I want to see. I'll be here, and you'll be dancing and dreaming of me. You know, those songs were Cuddle Up by the Beach Boys from their Pet Sounds album. And If We Get to Choose Our Heaven by Thomas Christian Corby, who's in LA going by Corby now, making a name for himself, but he was very gracious to let me sing that song in my last show. I love it so much. So when I came out as a gay man, are there cameras rolling? This is a big news moment. If you didn't think I was gay, what do you think of this shirt? Yeah? Yeah. Dead giveaway. So when I came out as a gay man, I did what a lot of young gay men do. I turned my attention to the men in the room. And that really hasn't ever stopped, but I have to admit that over the years I've learned to appreciate the impact of the women in my life on me. Yes. From the very first, my mother, Audrey, to my first princess, my sister, Kathy, and to several other very important women whose love, inspiration, support filled my sails when there was no wind. And that list of women starts and ends with the most important woman in my life, my daughter Becky. There's godlike and warlike and strong like only some show, and sad like and mad like and had like we know. But by my life be you spirit, and by my heart be you woman, and by my eyes be you open, and by my hands be you hold. They say slowly brings the least shock, but no matter how slow you walk, there are traces, empty spaces, and doors of locks. But by my life be you spirit, and by my heart be you woman, and by my eyes be you open, and by my hands be you hold. You young ones, you're the next ones, and I hope you choose it well. Though you try hard, you may fall prey to the jaded jewel. There are waters hidden from us. In the maze we find them still. I'll take you to them, you take your young ones. May they take their own in turn. But by our life and by your hearts be you women, and by your eyes be you open, and by your hands be you whole. My dedication to women would not be complete without a mention of the fierce ladies of the Concerned Women of the Grove, the next generation. Absolutely. These women work tirelessly to raise funds for breast cancer awareness, research, and treatment. Proceeds from this show will be written in a check to them, starting with the one in my pocket right here. Sue, are you here? Yes. All right. Well, I'm going to give this to you. Can't even see you. There you are. Thank you. Thank you from my producer. You know, whether it's for our health, our livelihood, our hearts, or our lives, the fight is real. Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion, like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. All these things I didn't say, wrecking balls inside my brain, I will sing them here tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now, I'll be strong. I've played my fight song, and I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. Losing friends and chasing sleep, everyone was worried about me. I was in too deep, yeah, in too deep. But it's been 2 years and I feel I'm home. There's a power burning in my bones. I still believe, oh, I still believe in all those things I didn't say. Wrecking balls inside my brain, I will sing them here tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now, I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song, and I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. A lot of fight left in me. Like that small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion, like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now, I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song, and I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. fight left in me. Yeah, I still got a lot of fight left in me. I used to fall so fast, I'd give everything I had. They'd take it, give 'em my heart, and they would break it. But that was then, and now I'm standing tall. It's all beneath me. This strength has somehow freed me. It's like I've turned a new page, and finally I can see it now. It's all so clear. All my answers were always here. I was so blind, but now I see. If I want my life to change, the change begins with me. I've made mistakes, and I've been so ashamed that I made them, but I've learned and I won't repeat them. No, I won't search for someone or something to try to fulfill me. Honoring myself has healed me. And yes, I've turned a new page, and finally I can see it now. It's all so clear. All my answers were always here. I was so blind, but now I see. If I want my life to change, the change begins with me. Who knows just what the future holds? The journey's full of winding roads, but there's no aim that's too high. Everything is possible, I know. I can see it now. It's so clear. All my answers were always here. I was so blind, but now I see. If I want my life to change, the change begins with me. Now it's so clear. All my answers were always here. I was so blind, but now I see. If I want my life to change, if my life is gonna change, the change begins with me. Those were, what were those? Yes, well, that was a Testimony by Farron, like Cher, but Farron. I first heard that song sung by Holly Near. I loved it ever since. And followed by Fight Song by Rachel Platten. And then Matt Zarley's Change Begins With Me, which it does. And I discovered Matt Zarley on YouTube, and I reached out to him, and he let me have that song. So I figure there are 5 secrets to a great relationship. 1. Everyone's listening. Well, it boils down to 5. 1. It's important to find someone who helps you around the house and has a job. Write this down. That's number 1. 2, it's important to find someone who makes you laugh. Absolutely, right? 3, it's important to find someone who always has your back and never lets you down. Did I say that one already? Oh, absolutely true. 4, it's important to find someone who's really good in bed and loves to get naked with you. Just putting that out there. Yeah. And 5, it's important that these 4 people don't know each other. I've been waiting years to tell that joke. In my opening number, Life is Wonderful by Jason Mraz, there's a lot of really whimsical and thought-provoking lyrics, but my absolute favorite is, it takes no time to fall in love, but it takes you years to know what love is. I've been very fortunate in my life to have loved and been loved in ways, in all shapes and sizes, lots of love in my life. And I think when you finally figure out what love is and what it really means, it's so profound that it's hard to put into words. And I believe that's the reason why love songs are written. It's the same crux. You'd think I'd have learned enough to let my heart go. Yeah, to let my heart go. But it is safest if I try to deny this, then watch it unfold. Yeah, to watch it unfold. But I know enough, longing for your touch, and I think, oh, just a little bit of breath and sound, just a little bit of reaching out, just a little bit to find what I'm seeking. And oh, one first touch, my heart will do the rest. Otherwise I'll never find the strength. Wintertime, it never felt so cold. In the morning, I won't say that I'm not scared. It's just that you're holding my fears at bay. Now I know your touch once is not enough. And I think, oh, just a little bit of breath and sound, just a little bit of reaching out, just a little bit to find what I'm seeking. And oh, one first touch, my heart will do the rest. Otherwise I'll never find the strength. Wintertime, it never felt so cold. But with you by my side, we're on the way to getting right with all the things we left behind. Take your time, just a little bit of breath and sound, just a little bit of reaching out, and just a little bit to find what I'm seeking. And oh, one first touch, my heart will do the rest. Otherwise, I'll never find the strength. Winter time, it never felt so cold. Oh, it's just a little bit of breath and sound. Just a little bit of reaching out. Just a little you to set me free. Let the bow break, let it come down crashing. Let the sun fade out to a dark sky. I can't say I'd even notice it was absent, 'cause I could live by the light in your eyes. I unfold before you what I've strung together, the very first words of a lifelong love letter. Tell the world that we finally got it all right. I choose you. I will become yours and you will become mine. I choose you. I choose you. Yeah. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. There actually aren't any words there. I didn't forget them. Yeah. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. Here come the lyrics. There was a time when I would have believed them if they told me you could not come true. Just love's illusion. But then you found me and everything changed, and I believed in something again. My whole heart will be yours forever. This is a beautiful start to a lifelong love letter. Tell the world that we finally got it all right. I choose you. I will become yours and you will become mine. I choose you. I choose you. We are not perfect, we'll learn from our mistakes, and as long as it takes, I will prove my love to you. I am not scared of the elements, I am underprepared, but I am willing, and even better, I get to be the other half of you. Tell the world that we finally got it all right. I choose you. Yeah, I will become yours and you will become mine. I choose you. I choose you. I choose. This one is by request. It's not the pale moon that excites me, that thrills and of you. It isn't your sweet conversation that brings this sensation. Oh no, it's just the nearness of you. When you're in my arms and I feel you so close to me, all my wildest dreams, they do come true. I need no soft lights to enchant me. If you only grant me the right to hold me you ever so tight, and to feel in the night the nearness of you. So those were Breath and Sound by Tom Goss, singer-songwriter in LA. He actually came through Austin one time that I was there and did a show, and I stopped by and asked him if I could sing that song. I love it. And then Sarah Bareilles, I Choose You. Brad, I think you recognize that one. And Hoagie Carmichael's Nearness of You. So, about this time last year, I started to withdraw from Facebook. The political climate of our country ever since then has become so caustic and toxic that I really stopped going on Facebook just to save my heart a little bit, And if you see me on Facebook nowadays, mostly it's just because you see Instagram photos coming across. Do you like my photos? Yeah? That's Christopher.Kaz.photog on Instagram if you want to look me up. I know that was a terrible shill, wasn't it? It's my show. So anyway, I've withdrawn a little bit from social media because of the world that we live in. And isn't it awful? I mean, I don't know what we're going to do to fix it. But, Martin Luther King said, and I don't want to get this wrong, so. He said, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Morning's hard, coffee's cold, pretending that the days mean more than getting old. Stale headlines, others drenched in pride, marching to their drum, fear standing beside. But if I close my eyes, throw back my head, I can see his face, I can hear the words he said. My memory aches and my senses burn. Did he dream too late? Will we ever learn? I want to testify. My love still lives and breathes, and my soul is screaming why. Thoughts that won't let me sleep. Don't let hearts break, and don't let children cry. Before it gets too late, I want to testify. I take what's said as my daily bread. I turn the page and I turn my head. pick, I choose on the evening news. Cause by cause they fight, one by one they lose. But if I live my days in this concrete haze, will the fire break through this smoky haze? And I swear tonight, I'm gonna find that place. It's not for love that dies, but the understanding ways. I want to testify. My love still lives and breathes, and my soul is screaming why. Thoughts that won't let me sleep. Don't let hearts break, and don't let children cry before it gets too late. I want to testify. Rip through the wire that screens in my window. Throw open the shade that covers my mind. I'm going to touch, and I've got to believe the bell tolls for me. I want to testify. My love still lives and breathes, and my soul is screaming why. Those thoughts that won't let me sleep. Don't let hearts break, and don't let children cry before it gets too late. I want to testify. I'm gonna testify. My love still lives and breathes, and my soul is screaming why. Those thoughts that won't let me sleep. Don't let hearts break, and don't let children cry before it gets too late. I want to If you hear this message, wherever you stand, I'm calling every woman, I'm calling every man. We're the generation, we can't afford to wait. The future started yesterday, and we're already late. We've been looking for a song to sing, search for a melody, search for someone to leave. We've been looking for the world to change. If you feel the same, then go on and say, if you're out there, sing along with me. If you're out there, I'm dying to believe that you're out there. Stand up and say it loud if you're out there. Tomorrow starting now. Broken promises, no more call to war, unless it's love and peace that we're really fighting for. We can destroy hunger, we can conquer hate. Put down the arms and raise your voice. We're joining hands today. Oh, I was looking for a song to sing. I searched for a leader, but the leader was me. Just go on and say, if you're out there, sing along with me. If you're out there, I'm dying to believe that you're out there. Stand up and say it loud if you're out there. Tomorrow starting now. Change that we want to see. Stand up and say it loud if you're out there. Tomorrow's starting now. If you're out there. If you're out there. If you're out there. If you hear this message, wherever you stand, I'm calling every woman, I'm calling every man. We're the generation, can't afford to wait. The future started yesterday, and we're already late. So that was Testify by Melissa Etheridge, and If You're Out There, John Legend, the 2008 Obama campaign song. Yeah. So I'd like to, from the deepest part of my heart, thank you so very much for coming tonight, all of you. Thank you for making this evening happen. Thank you. I'd like to thank Kenny Bell for booking me here and believing in me that I could take the stage by myself. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you. I want to thank Abby on Lights and Sound for making me look and sound great. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Thank you. Thank your waiters. They've been good to you. Please be good to them monetarily. Clapping is great, but please. I'd like to thank these amazing gentlemen on stage with me tonight. The awesome Dan Gross. Thank you, Dan. The incredible Sean Conley. My dear friend, mentor, I love you, James Followell. These guys have been with Uptown Express for years. They are my family. I want to thank Iran for being the best dad. I want to thank Becky for being the best daughter. And I want to thank Matt for being the best man. You go, Matt. So I'd like to do one more song for all of you, but this song goes especially out to my fellows. Made a wrong turn once or twice. Dug my way out, blood and fire. Bad decisions, that's all right. Welcome to my newfound life. Mistreated, misplaced, misunderstood. Mr. No way, that's no good. It didn't slow me down. Mistaken, always second guessing. Underestimated, look, I'm still around. Pretty please, don't you ever feel like you're less than perfect. Pretty please, if you ever feel like you're nothing, you are perfect to me. You're so down when you talk about yourself. Well, you were wrong. Change the voices in your head. Make them like you instead. So complicated, look how we all make it. Filled with such self-hatred, it's a tired game. It's enough, I've done all I can think of. Track down all my demons, I see you do the same. Oh, pretty please, if you ever feel The whole world's scared, so we swallow the fear. The only thing we should be thinking is we're still here. So cool in line, and we try, but we try too hard. It's a waste of time looking for the demons, cause they're everywhere. They don't see our soul, they don't see our flair. Change yourselves, but we do it all the time. Well, why do we do that? Why do I do that? Why do we do that? Hey! Don't you ever, ever feel like you're less than perfect? Pretty, pretty please, if you ever, ever feel like you're nothing, you're fucking perfect to me. Oh, you're perfect. You're perfect. Oh, pretty, pretty please, if you ever, ever like you're less than, you're fucking perfect to me. Thank you. What was I saying about the shirt? Yeah. Yeah. So I'd like to sing you one more song if that's all right. Thank you so much for coming out. Now we take our time so nonchalant. We spend our nights so bon vivant. We dress our days in silken robes. The money comes, the money goes. We know it's all a passing phase. Light our lamps for atmosphere and hang our hopes on chandeliers. We're going wrong, we're gaining weight. We're sleeping long and far too late. It's time to change our jaded ways. But I've loved these days. Now, as we indulge in things refined, we hide our hearts from hard times. A string of pearls, a foreign car. Oh, we can only get so far on caviar and Cabernet. We drown our doubts in dry champagne and soothe our souls with fine cocaine. I don't know why I even care. We got so high, we got nowhere. It's time to change our jaded ways. And I love these days. before we end and then begin. We'll drink a toast to how it's been. A few more hours.